Hi, in this video I will show you how to get user input in Eclipse. So let me close all items here and I will create a new project, new Java project. I will only use driver class in this case. Oh, sorry, this is project name. User input. Finish. So in here I will create class, driver class. Type already exists. Using objects, user input, that's where I want to do it. Driver class, I want main method, and in the driver class I will ask user to provide some input. For that I will need a scanner. Scanner equals new scanner. And the input will come from the system. So I'll pass it as an argument. Now I'm getting an error. Scanner is not cannot be resolved to a type. So all I need to do is import scanner into my project. All right. So you can see this line appeared. I imported scanner, and now it's recognized, and the error went away. So to avoid the resource leakage, I will close scanner at the end when I will finish working with it. So this line will be at the very end. So now I can ask user to provide some information for me. So to ask user to provide some information, I can just say, please provide your name and then I will declare a new local variable string name equals, and here I will ask scanner's help to get the whatever user will type. Next line. Okay, so next line will give me back a string, and that's why I can populate it in the string. So after that, at the very closer to the end, I want to display it back to the user. So I will use string format, string.format. Here is the string that I will display. So I will have your name is, and I will provide format specifier string. And here, first argument corresponding to this format specifier, same position. So this is the first specifier, format specifier I'm putting here. So the first variable that I will pass will be name. And let's run it. As you can see, it's asking me, please provide your name. I'll put some text, and it's displaying back to me whatever I typed. So I want to ask for some other things as well. So let's say I also want to ask for age. Okay, so this time it's going to be an integer. I'll change the variable type to integer. Name of the variable is going to be age. I'm getting error here because this is integer, but this method is returning string. But if I check what other methods are available for me, next integer. So I'll just read that, next integer. Now I want to display the age here. So I will say your age is format specifier for number is D and pass age. So the age has to correspond to the second format specifier that I'm providing here. Save. Let's run it. Age. So you can see everything is working as expected right now. Let's see, what else can I show you? So maybe instead of showing this in the same line, I want to move this your age to the next line. For this, I can provide another format specifier, N, for new line. Let's run it again. And now you can see I have these two lines on separate lines. All right, so some people who ask user for integer and then ask for string again, some students I see have issues. I'll show just one example maybe how this can be fixed. So let me put last name here. Let's say we want to ask user for last name. So here I will put new line. Your last name is, and put format specify string. All right. So, but now I have to put last name somewhere. But you see how I put the last name between the first name and age? So that's where I need to provide my value as well. So between name and age. That's where I put this variable that is holding the value for last name. Let's run it again. You see how even though user was prompted sorry, it says prove your last name, provide your last name. Okay, but the program never waited for the user to actually input last name, and that's why you see this is as empty here. So let's fix that. One way students are fixing it is like so. Let's try it. So now the program is waiting for you to provide last name, and it's displaying everything back to the user. Let's see. So if you want to pass these values that these variables hold to a class or to an object and set it inside the object, you have to create some object, class animal, and let's say animal has private integer age. And let me create getters and setters. And now, let's say here we're asking for the, not for your age, but provide your animal's age. Okay, so here we can say animal equals new animal, and then animal set age, and pass the variable here, the variable that's holding the data. So now instead of reading here from a value from the variable age, I want to read it from the object animal get age. All right, after modifications, our code should work exactly the same way, only here it's not your age, it should be your animal's age is. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so it's working exactly as expected, but this time it's working with the object instead of this variable itself.